Alright, hello again, everyone. Welcome back to the series where I talk about all the games I've played in the previous month. The month for this video is September of 2023. Not as packed as usual, but you know what? That's a good thing. Sometimes you need a little bit of a break. Sometimes it needs to be a bit shorter. So as always, let's just get right into it. Because it was half price, or less, way less, I couldn't resist after getting caught up in some things. I bought Gollum. My theory is that it's so gone that maybe it'll stop selling and appreciating value. Who knows? I'll never sell it. I don't know why. I just wanted to have it. Is it as bad as everyone says it is? Yeah. You know what? I can forgive it being bad, outdated, crashing, locking, terrible mechanics. I could get over a lot of that. The biggest sin this game commits is it's so fucking boring. This is one of the most dull, draining experiences I've ever played. I got to chapter 2 after like 8 hours, and okay, maybe that's because I sucked. But that's kind of the point where it is. I just beaten chapter 2. I've been playing a while. There's 10 chapters. Fuck, no. Apparently, shocking maybe even myself, I have a bit of respect for my time. Will I ever go back? I don't know. Maybe, but I lost a lot of my drive for that really fucking quick. It is well deserving of all of the criticism and hate it gets, but yeah, if you ever do plan to play it with somebody. I think that's what drew me into it. I saw people laughing at it themselves, but no, never play this by yourself, ever. I've played quite a bit of Far Cry 6. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not one of those people who dislikes Far Cry. I know a lot of people love 3 and then it kind of dipped off for them. I love 4. I think it's better than 3. Even 5 I had a great time with. I played all the DLCs. I was always having fun. Even New Dawn, which had its problems, I enjoyed. I'm I like 6, but it feels empty. And I don't mean just the world. I mean inside and out. It just feels so uninspired. Even compared to any of them before. The game, somebody, I didn't even read the post. I just saw a thing where somebody said the game feels suffocating, and I do feel like that's a big thing as well. Like, you will just try to sneak around, and one of your partners is up your ass, like this close, okay, and he's right in front of you. Like, come back, come back. Okay, then you just have to get rid of them. I never have partners in this game. I just have to get rid of them as fast as I can. They'll stand in your way. And the world, the environment is obviously gorgeous in its own way, but at the same time, I just look at him like, eh. I really do think uninspired is just the absolute perfect word to describe this, and I can't figure out exactly what it is. I just can't bring myself to give any bit of a shit about it. I do like the main character enough. He's probably one of my favorite main characters in Far Cry ever, so that's a little bit. I just really hope they can improve the next one because it is a franchise I genuinely do still love quite a lot. Just not this one as much. It's fine, but yeah. Also, it has about 45 different DLCs. Slight exaggeration. Not as much as you would think. I started playing a bit of Mortal Kombat 11, 12, 12. I wouldn't have played this if I didn't have a friend who got it and he's letting me play it, and you know what? So far I like it. I had no intention of getting this anytime soon. Maybe ever. Maybe if it was cheap someday, but I'm having a great time with it so far. Compared to 11, I think I still like 10 a bit better because I like the fighting more, but I like the speed of it way better. The story's been fun. I mean, what else is there? Just story and fight. I haven't looked into any of the other stuff yet. That's been it. I've just been playing the story mode. I'm enjoying it. How much of this I'll play, I really have no idea. I'll probably at least finish the story, play it with my friend because he loves the franchise, and then who knows? Maybe I haven't found a character I love using it. In Mortal Kombat 10, I instantly took to Katana, and because of that, I was able to kind of push. Even though I'm not typically into fighting games, I like Tekken. That's about it. Her playstyle was able to keep me pushed way more into it. So unless I find a character like that I just completely just connect in a way with, I don't think I'm going to play this as much. We'll see. I don't have much to say. I'm a casual Mortal Kombat fan, but I'm enjoying it so far. Easily my favorite game of this month by a lot. Eternights. One of my favorite games of the year. It's kind of between action RPG and a Persona 5 style confidant social bond system. That's basically it. It's a cheaper game. It's like $30 kind of area, which is a pro because you're probably gonna get like 20 hours out of it at most. But those were an amazing 20 hours. It's just the story is vague. The combat is pretty below average to be honest. But it's just the character interactions. I loved watching them interact with each other for those 15 or so hours I played it. It made me laugh. It made me emotional. What a journey. I'm so glad I played. I already pre-ordered the physical version because I want to own it. I want to have the disc and I want to support it because I absolutely loved it. I did a full review if you want to check it out, but easy contender for my top 3 games of this year. Possibly number 1, who knows. Definitely going to be at least the top 3. Unless the next few months are the most phenomenal months in gaming ever. I'd say if you like Persona or any kind of heavy story kind of games, especially like the silly anime games with silly humor and stupid jokes, I recommend it. Like I said, not an expensive game, not full price. Hope it gets the love I think it deserves. As for stuff I've been playing here on the channel, I can't remember if I started this month, but I might as well mention it. Lion King 1.5 on the Game Boy Advance was. I'm gonna be honest, 90% of the game below average. Some of the game a bit average maybe, but mostly below average. But for some reason, the final 2 or 3 levels really good. Like almost worth the 3 goes of just nothing. Half more than I would say a good 90%. I was bored out of my skull. But those last 2 or 3 levels, especially one of them, it's like they took everything you were doing in the game and just they made it work. Like I actually had to think, I had to plan. I don't know. I had to use Timon and Pumbaa effectively together. What a conflicting experience. I wouldn't recommend it, but nice end. I've also been playing Crash Bandicoot 1 here. How do I describe my feelings towards Crash Bandicoot 1? I think it's my favourite one, but there are some things about it just drive me up the wall. I've mentioned it so many times when I was playing, so I don't want to go too far into it because I'm sick of talking about this. My biggest complaint is some of the levels are hard, but when you die a couple of times, they force an extra mask on you, so they're forcing the game to be easier, and I don't like that. Some things are finicky as fuck. One of I swear the boss. I hate the boss fights, except for Papu. Papu, who's just so easy, he's not even worth mentioning, and the final boss is okay too. The rest of them I hate. Overall, I'd say it was an okay experience, but I just don't think I'm a Crash Bandicoot person. But yeah, one is my favourite, so that should tell you a lot about how I feel about the others. And after finishing Crash Bandicoot 1, I went straight from one Naughty Dog title to another to Uncharted 3. I've already played 1 and 2 here over, I can't remember how long ago, but now I'm starting 3. 3, I played 3 day 1 because my brother ordered it for some reason delivered to my house, so he let me have a go over for a while, and that was, what, 2011? That was a long time ago. I remember being my favourite one for a while, but funny thing about Uncharted for me is like the first one started off the worst. Over time, got better and better and better. Every time I play it, I appreciate it a bit more. Second one, it's always amazing. It pretty much stays where it is. It was phenomenal back then. It's still great now. It doesn't change much. The third one started off my absolute favourite, but every time I play it, I find more reasons to hate it. Who knows how it's going to go this time? Maybe the fact I'm only going to be playing like a bit every week will help, but I'm only at the start so far. I've done the first 3 chapters. It doesn't get hard yet. There's no problems. We will see how this holds up. Maybe this will be the time I appreciate it more. Who knows? It can change back and forth. It's a very conflicted game for me. And just the other day, just yesterday or the day before, I started Goof Troop on the Super Nintendo. More on my Disney Saturday thing. It's kind of a puzzle game. You go from like area to area, killing a few enemies, which might open doors, kicking blocks and stones into the right place, using the correct item in the right spot. Overall, I think I did the first area, the first map. Yeah, it was fine. It was okay. The boss was really, really fun. Like, I couldn't believe how good the first boss was, except the end. Basically, there's like 7 things in little holes throwing bombs and barrels at you, and it was great. I was on my toes. I was really impressed. But the thing is, you have to throw the bombs back at the enemy. It's like a whack-a-mole kind of thing almost, but with bombs. When there's only one of the enemies left to throw them at you, it's so fucking slow. Like, he'll throw barrel, something else, barrel, bomb, but he'll throw the bomb way past you where you can't even reach it. I think I was there for like 10 minutes more on just the final part, and it kind of pissed me off, I won't lie. Other than that, if they could, like, if they ever remastered this game and fixed that one thing, the first boss would have been one of my favorites, maybe ever. It was a great first boss, I can't wait for more. I look forward to it. I hope this game has good bosses. The levels can be average as hell, but if the bosses are good enough, this could be a little hit. As for Twitch stuff, that's where I finished Eternights, so I won't go into that anymore. But I've also been playing Breath of Fire, the very original. I played through the first boss and a bit of this game like 3 or 4 times over the years, but I could never get into it. I don't, and I actually, looking back, I think I can figure out why. I'm loving it. I'm genuinely having a great time, but I do think the first hour or so of this game is kind of dull. You have one character with a sword, one attack at a time, no magic, so oh, here's 3 enemies. Hit, hit, hit. The second you get 2 characters in this game and have some magic to use, it it start to get so much better. Like the first go of this, boring. Everything after I got that part far has been amazing. It can be a bit fucking cryptic at times, even the clues it does give you are if it does give you a clue, it can be vague as shit. Like, it tells you this character might be good at going through, though. It's like you'll have no trouble going through a forest with this character. It means you have to switch that character in the overworld, and you can walk through trees. How the fuck am I supposed to gather it? You will be able to see good, and you'll have no trouble getting through a forest too. You can literally walk through them. It's kind of insane. But other than that, even when I get nowhere over the course of like an hour and a half of streaming, I still find myself having a really good time. I really do find like I'm really loving it, and I'm hoping this can get me into a new franchise that I've always heard good things about, even if it has been long forgotten. But if they're all even half as good as this one, I think I'm in for a good future with this. And if I haven't forgotten anything, that's it. Hasn't been a huge month in terms of quantity, but I will say the quality was pretty high for me. Even if most of them weren't new, a few of the things I was going to play this month, like Lies of P and Final Fantasy Ever Crisis, I didn't get to yet because varying reasons, but next time. Anyway, thank you for watching. As always, let me know what you played this month. Let me know what new stuff you played, what you've gone back to. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you for the next one.